Now, before we get into productivity and motivation part of this course, and I know you're looking forward and you can't wait, we have to talk about when not to work and how to do this. This sounds silly, right? But hear me out. If you do it right, then actually your productivity will increase if you stop working. And if you do it wrong, then you will lose a lot of productivity and you will miss your goal and not achieve it. So the problem is this. You will be able to concentrate and focus and have a lot of energy for 45 till 90 minutes. But after this period, all of your energy and your skills go down. You will not have that much of focus and energy. Now, by sheer will, you could motivate yourself and go on working for 3 or 4 hours. The problem is, this is very inefficient and you won't achieve as much as you could. That is, you put a lot of energy and time into it, but very few results come out of it. The thing is, you want to stay as long as possible during your day in deep working mode. That is, using your highest skills where you produce the biggest value from your time. And this is only possible when you are highly concentrated. So what you have to do is do pauses. And one of the best and most effective pauses is the power nap. So I recommend doing power naps. Make sure to make it very short and to get started very quickly after the power nap to make it an efficient power nap. You don't want to fall into deep sleep, because what actually can happen if you do so, first off, you mess up your sleep rhythm. You may have few sleep from the night before because you worked so hard or you partied so hard, but you can't really get this sleep back. So doing a power nap is not about catching up on your sleep, but it's rather to reboot your system. And so 5 to 15 minutes of power nap is enough, and you will get much quicker back into deep working mode and into high efficient working. Not so if you sleep very deeply for 1 or 2 hours. Now, one thing is getting into sleep. The other thing is getting up again after a power nap or even in the morning to start the day. Now, here are 2 quick and very nice effective hacks for you if you want to get up and get working after sleeping. The first is use the 5-second rule. I will go into it more deeply later on because it's a very universal skill or universal hack, but here only shortly for getting up after sleep. Once you hear your alarm bell, count backwards from 5 in your mind, and as you reach 2, 1, go, make a movement. Don't think about anything, just make a movement like putting your feet out of the bed or your backside down on the floor. This way, the chance of getting up quickly is much higher than maybe the ways you tried before to get out of bed. And the second trick is the following. Often people have a hard time to get out of bed. And the problem is, it's mostly because you think about how bad it is outside of your bed. Like there's a cold surrounding, silly and strenuous work ahead of you and you don't want to do it and you can't get motivated. On the contrast, you're thinking about how cozy and nice it is in your bed or how nice your dreams are. And if you think like this, then of course it's very hard to get started and get out of bed. So why not simply turn it around? When waking up, think about the tasks ahead of you and don't judge them. Don't get emotionally involved. Just think about what steps you could do, what the task is and what you have to do. And put away any distractions like emotions or judgment inside of your head. And another thing that you should do is, before going into power nap, take a little small and nice and very specific task to do right first thing after the power nap. Because if it's small and very specific, then you will get started much more easier. It will be a very tiny hurdle to get started working after the power nap or in the morning. So if you think about the task without judging it, then your brain will want to get started. Everything you think about, you will want to do. And if you think about the cozy bed and the nice dreams, then you want to do this. But if you think about the work without badly judging it or emotionally getting involved negatively, then chances are very high that you will want to work and you actually get started working after the sleep.